Yeah, here's the start of today's Pontiac video. Hopefully we get a little bit more done. So we pulled the engine over and now we're cleaning up some of the coking on the top end, inspecting the lifters, looking for any issues, making sure nothing's crazy going on. So I'm pulling one at a time, sending them over to get the push rods cleaned out, get the rockers all cleaned up. I'm doing the lifters over here. Jeff's over at the pressure washer and he's cleaning everything. And at the same time, a little firewall cleanup is going. And apparently we just dropped a socket, so that'll be fun. And yeah, this is where we're at. We got the air pod out. So getting ready to start cleaning this up to do the Dynamat. So unfortunately, not everybody is movie friendly. So that's where we're at right now. ShopDog says we're making too much noise. Okay, here's another chunk of video. We've got the motor spun. We went ahead and took the oil pump off. We're going to replace that since the motor's out. It's the best time to do that. We've got her upside down. We went ahead and pulled a bearing. Not seeing anything that makes me afraid. The only thing I'm not real happy about is, one, exhaust leaks, but we'll take care of that. But two, when you look at the pan, there's a lot of crud in the bottom down in there. So something got in here and sat for a long time is what I'm guessing. But while I've been monkeying on that, Pix has been in here. She got all the heater stuff off because obviously we're going to have to make a plate because we are doing a universal air conditioning swap. It's going to be real fun. It'll be unique when we're done. But she's been in here cleaning and things are looking a lot better already. It's amazing what less grease does. So, we still haven't fought that fight yet. The battery tray is a different fight. And then Diesel's been back here. He's got the air pod out. He's been vacuuming. He's been, he started putting in Dynamat. He's got one in there.
I got two.
Okay, he's got two in there. But although, unlike the other two, I saw what it took to get it in there to that point. So I'm not even going to give him too much crap. But you can see, everything in here is slowly coming out. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be editing more in after a while. That's where we're at so far. Okay, one of the reasons this is out is to change this rope seal. And boy, it's been fighting me. So a little trick, if the tappa doesn't work with a drift and it was just punching holes in it, you drove a screw into it very lightly by hand and then set a glove down and took the trim upholstery tool and started pulling, and now the rope is coming free. And you got to do that without scarring anything and without damaging anything, but we really want to change that. So we're going to put a Viton seal in there, which is good. The reason this was leaking is pretty obvious. It's pretty crunchy. It did not want to come out of the main cap. So, alright, we'll stop for a minute. I guess I should have showed the process because I wasn't thinking about it, but we got the rear main out. We got it changed to the new Viton seal. We use one of these BOP engineering kits and a little bit of RTV on the cap side since we used a 301 and not a 302, and boy, it couldn't have been easier. That went in real nice. So everything's torqued up. We don't have the oil pump yet, so we're not going to put the new pan on yet. But more cleaning going on. Got to clean things up. Didn't see anything that made me mad in the bearings. Everything's torqued back up. So just going to wait for a pump before we put the pan on. You're in a movie anyway. So Kevin's down in a hole playing the Dynamat game. We're gonna make it a lot quieter in there. Tranny's still sitting there. Nobody loves it. Nobody's cleaning it. Engine bay is getting a lot cleaner. So that's really coming along. And until we get an oil pump, I'll keep coming out and spraying it and dripping off and scrubbing some more oil and stuff, but there's really not much else I'm going to do on this for a little bit till we get oil pumps so we can seal the bottom. And we'll get that all apart so we can paint that. Maybe we can get those coated. But yeah, we're getting there. So yeah, this is probably the wrap for today. I don't think too much more visible stuff will get done today. So there's Pontiac again. All right, this will be the actual end of the day video because it's dark out. Okay, the dash is all finally out. We've got pretty much everything out of the way now. It was a real fight. The dash pad was a sucker because we didn't know there was a nut on the outside that we had to get at. So we fought for a while before we went ahead and pulled the wiper arms and pulled the cowl and got all that. The dash is in great shape. It's going to be really fun to figure out how we're going to wire that, because
luckily he's got 7.
here's the that's the dash. All those lights. So we have to figure all that out. That'll be fun. Let's see, coming back over here, you can see. So that all came out pretty good. This is looking great. You can see. And of course, the wiring there is going to get moved. We're not keeping it where it is, although we're happy with how the hoses are run. So they'll just stay where they're run. But he's got everything dynamated under there. And that's really going to help with the noise of that air pod when it runs. We're also going to rubber isolate it off the floor. So we're going to build some studs, some rubber isolators, then mount the air pods. And that should help with noise ever so slightly more. Plus, it is a bonus space and it's an awful great spot for the subwoofer. So he's going to put that in there. Yeah, the pod is sitting here safely. You can see hoses just pop in there. They're real simple, but we'll fix the wiring, make it safer. Apparently the previous owner had a problem with this popping fuses. Now we figured out why. You know, you got to ground things correctly. But a lot of black metal tape and a lot of weird things going on. Still got stuff running the frame. We'll get that off there. Still a very unhappy fuel system. We haven't pulled that yet, but we're starting to get to the point where we can start cleaning things and putting stuff back together. We're getting really close to that. The wiring will take a little while, but you know, it is what it is. If we had infinite money, we'd just send the dash to Dakota and have them build a fancy new one. But you know, there's only so much time, and sometimes that's 8 weeks, and we don't have 8 weeks. So we'll build a nice little breakaway harness with the idea of having a Dakota in the future. So